Hello, welcome to Nakti by j.N.S. And today I want to address some things. I really want to talk about the End SARS situation, but in relation to Black Americans, because I've seen some quite disturbing things from our brethren, our Nigerian brethren and sisters. And obviously, we are just now learning about the End SARS situation. Now, Buhari has been in government for 30 years, since these Nigerians were babies, right? So, they just now saying something to us about it, just now tweeting about it, 2 weeks ago. Well, I'm pretty sure this has always been an issue within their atmosphere, within their community. But in the larger scheme of things, nobody really knew about the actual SARS. We knew about corruption, government corruption. Everybody knows that about Africa, that they have puppet leaders who basically impoverish their own people for Western kickbacks. I mean, we pretty much always knew that. The extent of it, we didn't know. We knew that Nigeria was pretty much high on the list for corruption, and this is just growing up, hearing them talk about it, and then just doing research, basic research. So obviously that's unfortunate, but this guy has been in office for 30-40 years, and y'all just now saying something to us about it, or just now. But that's really not the crux of what this whole video is about, because obviously I'm going to go on record saying that SARS need to end, okay? And obviously my heart goes out to all of those citizens who lost their lives just trying to protest. They were young. They felt like, that it's been bad governance for so long, and they just got tired. You get fed up. So they go out there thinking that they're going to just protest with, they're unarmed. They're not, threatening the government or nothing like that. And then they got shot the fuck up, straight up, like dead. So obviously no one wishes that on anyone. No one is turning a blind eye to that even. But I want to speak about some bullshit that I saw on Twitter. And I want to speak about this long-standing rift that y'all started with the Black Americans. And we're going to bring this to a head. I'm actually going to do a documentary on this shit because I'm just tired of it. So, I go on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter account, but I do go on there to just check shit out. I want to see the latest, tweets and shit. I go in there to go see, let me go see what on a grassroots level what's going on with the End SARS, see if anybody's putting, pictures from their text, from their phones online, so I can get a sense of what's going on in Nigeria right now. So I go and do that. I type it in. And I seen this. Check this out, y'all. This is what I saw. As you can see these tweets, it say, I'm happy this End SARS happened the same year, so we can see Black Americans don't care about Africans. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's one. And then there's another one that say, Black Americans don't care about Africa, their so-called motherland. Nigerians under attack, Congo's under attack, and Black Americans have been quiet. They don't care about Africa. They only remember Africa when they are oppressed. Black America's actually the worst kind of black people on earth. Very selfish lot. So, so I go and see this craziness. And it leads me to say that for a while, that I've actually been saying crazy, speaking reckless on my tribe for no fucking reason. Not only that, we never asked y'all to protest for us. We never went and begged y'all for shit. Like, for the last 500 years, we've been on our own, with the exception of, I think Ghana offered some stuff for us, some land grants and stuff, and even that was hard to get, but it was a dual citizenship thing. But for the last 500 years, we've been thinking it out by ourselves, for the most part. When have y'all ever spoke out, just with the exception of the George Floyd shit, which we didn't ask for? When have y'all ever really been there for the Black American? In fact, I could show you nothing but a bunch of tweets of y'all ragging on us for literally no reason. So If you want to know why the quote-unquote Black American has not been speaking out on y'all behalf, let's take a look to Exhibit A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's go. So, all you gotta do is just type in Black Americans and End SARS, and you're gonna see some crazy ass shit. It says, I call Black Americans dark white because it takes you to be African to be truly black. So why should we be protesting End SARS again? This one. Black Americans are more racist than whites. When it was George Floyd, we all went out to support you in a protest. Today it's Africa's turn and y'all turn a deaf ear. Time holds all the secrets. That was only... What are y'all talking about? For one, y'all only came show support one time with George Floyd, which we didn't ask. We didn't beg for Nigerians to protest for us. Y'all did that on your own. And y'all never had our backs. And I'm going to show how y'all didn't. Now, this thing right here, we didn't know about. When we saw End SARS, we thinking about the fucking COVID stuff. We thinking about literally in the disease that's going around here. That's literally what everybody thought. Then, y'all governments have been destabilized for a long time by you know who. So why y'all not going after the Western powers? Why y'all picking on the descendant of the A word that y'all love to use, and the slaves and all that? Why y'all coming at our necks and not turning that attention to the actual governments who have had a hand in plundering our resources and stealing our resources and putting the puppet leaders in place? What do we gotta do with that? And why are y'all begging other groups of people to validate your protest and your fight? That's the thing about the difference between us. We respect all black groups. Black Americans don't have a problem with nobody. We're pretty much a very accepting people. We pretty much love everybody. If you black, we see you as a distant family. Culture may be different. Yeah, we may have like some nuance and ignorance on a couple things about the culture and say some ignorant things when we're kids. But for the most part, you can't go on Twitter and see the level of disrespect that y'all show us in these tweets. And these tweets are just literally nothing. Like when I say I got at least 100,000 of these tweets, because I've been collecting evidence for 3 years, because I've been planning on doing a documentary about this shit, because it's literally, you can't find the equivalent. Now that we see how reckless y'all are at the mouth, now we said, okay, let's make our own ethnicity and let's pretty much separate ourselves from the rest of the diaspora, because they literally came over here, voluntarily came to a racist country where Black Americans fought in the 1960s during the Civil Rights era to get the immigration quota status banned for Africans. Before 1960s, when was y'all allowed to come over here? Let's be real. And it correlates directly with the Civil Rights Bill, when Black Americans said, okay, that's not right that y'all don't let the Africans come over. Get rid of that status quo shit. I mean, not that quota stuff. Get rid of that. And they did. And then y'all was able to floodgate. And then they put a stop on who actually get to come over, because they got tired of dealing with Marcus Garvey's and Stokely Carmichael type niggas. And the other, they didn't want no Thomas Sankaras bringing their ass over here. So they started vetting exactly who can come over here as far as your state of consciousness towards your own blackness. So they only was making sure that pretty much only self-hating blacks was able to come over here. We now know that. So in 1960s, my ancestors, my people said, get rid of that quota to get y'all over here. Got bit by dogs, bled, death, all types of crazy shit, lynchings, Jim Crow, redlining, Reconstruction laws, black codes, built this whole entire country. And we not sweating that, you know, because we'll do it again if we fucking need to. My thing is, y'all voluntarily came over to this country, and y'all got the nerve to want to look down on someone when y'all didn't get it popping in y'all own shit. If that was the case, if y'all was so much, as y'all say, we these lost Akatas and all this stuff, if we was so that, why y'all over here in the land that my ancestors built? Like, what is y'all, like, this makes no sense. And as I'm going through these tweets, look at these tweets. When I say I got over 100,000, like, we are in underground groups with African Black Americans discussing this type of shit, because it's like, what the hell did we ever do? Didn't we ask y'all? Y'all said when we was kids, y'all said we was the African booty scratcher. Do you know that African Americans, Black Americans, was calling themselves each other's African booty scratcher. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I was called that. I was called an African booty scratcher. I was called that. Said that to other Black American. Not no African, other Black American. We were saying that to each other as a joke. After 3rd grade, no one used it anymore. We grew up to calling motherfucker and cussing and saying all this stuff and all the other reckless nonsense that kids do. It was kid shit. Nobody was really thinking about y'all. That's why when you go on Twitter and you type in Black Americans, Africans, do you see any Black Americans saying anything? Oh, those Africans, oh, they do, oh, they did this. Oh, you always see like random. Look at these. Look, I'm gonna show you. If I'm lying, why did it say this? Why say this? Even though I want Afro Nation Miami, I don't want any African Americans there. Okay, boom. Let's see. I hate how ghetto Black Americans speak. So uneducated, like they've been ghosts from school since they were 8 years old. Okay, that's random as hell. Go and type this stuff in. Like, Black Americans are the white people, the entire African diaspora. Do you see the equivalent of this going on Twitter, or just period? Or how y'all like to say y'all parents had that talk with y'all about not fucking with us. We never asked for y'all to. We mind our own business. We are a very resilient group, and anything that you have thrown at anybody have thrown at us, we've been pretty much able to survive it. So we not checking for no. If y'all fuck with us, we cool. You know, we a cool, chill people. But we don't have no hatred in our heart for like that, like how y'all do. Look at this: Africans versus Black Americans. Look at this tweet by whoever this is. Only Akata think it's an accomplishment to graduate from high school. What is that about? Things African parents never say. You can marry an Akata. That's random as hell. We not thinking about y'all. Why are y'all writing about this? If you marry a stupid Akata, you have no one to blame but yourself. Once again, why is that a whole hashtag? Why are we on your mind? We're not thinking about you. Then y'all want to say y'all not protesting End SARS? Do you not see this crazy ass hashtag? Did we ask for this? What y'all upset about the African booty scratcher? Y'all not even. These people are probably in their homeland. They not even over here to even experience even the quote unquote bullying that y'all claim y'all receive. When kids bully each other like it's nothing. That's just the nature of kids. So why are y'all on Twitter coming up with these crazy ass hashtags and then wanting to come and then asking for us to protest for y'all? Y'all make no sense. Look at this. There's the definition of the word Akata. This is a Yoruba word. Now let's look at this. Black Americans are not Africans. Beyonce won't and can't be given the Mama African title. When did she ask for it? What the hell are y'all talking about? Once again, you can't see the equivalent of Black Americans doing this to y'all. Why? Because we be working our 9 to 5s, doing what we gotta do, making some music, thinking about some other shit. We don't have time for this. We're not, like, y'all want to say that Black American got a slave mentality. This is Willie Lynch right here. This right here, you don't see us do, because we have our own issues. I'm not saying we're a perfect group of people, but we have transcended this level of ignorance and fuckery. You cannot go on Twitter and find the equivalents. What you do find is Black Americans saying, hey, let's separate from these people. Let's do the ADOS, the FBA, the OBA, the CAFALME, the original Black American, foundational Black American, American descendant of slavery, American descendants, all this stuff, original Black, all this stuff that you see now as far as developing their own ethnic origin, their own ethnicity, under their own flag, under their own tenets and culture, because they realize, like, yo, like, we was doing this Pan-African shit, talking about the Kwame Nkrumah, the Patrice Lumumba's, the Thomas Sankaras, and all these other great revolutionaries, and thinking that we're all going to be one, and we're all going to one day be able to conquer the oppression that we're under and be able to build up ourselves again and our systems again. And the realization is that y'all literally are vying to be, I hate to say this, but vying to be like the pet Negro, like who gets the Scooby snack, where we are kind of beyond that. We kind of like, we got to be self-determined in some sense, and we kind of got to look within into ourselves to get up out of this situation, where y'all kind of like, if I throw the Black American under the bus, then Westerners will see that I'm not a threat, and they will one day probably give me a job or whatever little weird shit y'all got thinking on in y'all head. Like, I don't even know what that's all about. But clearly you can see these tweets. If I'm lying, why could I? These tweets are nothing. Like, when I say I collected so much evidence, I collected evidence of you Nigerians writing our president about us. Like, literally ambassadors writing our president, trying to say that we don't want to cause no trouble and we just want to do this. We want to work in these. We're unlike them. And I have that evidence. I have that's literally posted on a fucking embassy's website. I took that. I got all types of documents on y'all. So for a long time, y'all have been doing this crazy shit. I collected it and put it in a folder to do my documentary on. And not only that, I've been around y'all. I've literally at sometimes been the only Black American around y'all, and I've seen how y'all think. Like, it could be just a random situation because they won't know necessarily my ethnicity until I talk. But then there's Nigerians that also sound American because they're first generation or second generation, so they don't really know why I'm there or that I might be the only African American there. So we in the party or whatever, or at an event or just amongst each other, and out of nowhere we supposed to be dancing and shaking and drinking and whatever, and y'all bring up Black Americans out of nowhere. Yeah, those Black Americans, they so ghetto, ain't they? Oh, what? Like, what did I gotta do with anything? Like, yeah, those Okadas could never compete with our dancing. They're not even thinking about us. I'm a Black American, by the way. So it's like, what the hell? Like, when I say that it's illogical, it's irrational, it obviously is some deep-rooted insecurity within yourself that y'all trying to project onto my tribe, to my group of people who literally have no hatred in their heart towards you. Even as I'm saying this and showing you all this stuff, I have no hatred. I find it, to be honest, quite disturbing. I find it to be more of a reflection of yourself than it does of my group of people, because I know you cannot find us saying, you can't find the same tweet saying, if you marry a Nigerian, if you marry a Yoruba, if you marry a Igbo, you can't find that shit because we don't care about that. That's stupid. That's petty. That is beneath us as a people. I'm not trying to. Look, it is what it is. You can't find nothing of that nature. Look at these tweets. If you marry these stupid things, you can't see something like things Black American parents never say. You can't find that on Twitter or on social media, period. Why? Because our parents, for one, don't talk like that. They thinking about some other shit. So y'all wanted to start this beef. And again, if y'all want me to go in, I could bring out all these documents. You know why I didn't? Because I actually showed them. Again, I was in an underground forum, and it was some Nigerians and Black Americans. We were talking amongst each other, and when I put this shit out there, I said, "What the fuck is all this about?" And they said, "That's bullshit." They were the ones that, not Black Americans, but the Nigerians were like, "I apologize for this. This is a disgrace. This is not how we think this. I'm embarrassed about this shit. I'm disturbed by this shit. And it's disgusting." So it was them saying that made me wait on my fucking documentary. I just chilled. I said, okay, because it's not everybody. And I don't think it's everybody. I just think it's enough to where y'all gotta look at your own shit. Y'all gotta look at the mirror. Y'all gotta look at the man in the mirror. Just like how we had to for 500 years, and ain't nobody fuck with us. For 500 years, the Black American had to look themselves in the mirror as to why we got in a situation, how we got in a situation, and what can we do to get out of it. And we still struggling, but we are resilient, and we can see the promised land. At this point, we're not trying to cuddle up under Western pedagogy and under Caucasians to accept us and to validate our movements and our beings in essence anymore. Because it's like, look, we can't get no shape. We've been here for 500 years. We've been around them for 500 years, and we damn near part mixed with them. We good. We get it. Y'all don't get that. Y'all don't understand that. And my thing is, at this point, we got to set this record straight once and for all, because it's like, what is this beef really about? Y'all asking us to do the End SARS protest and march for End SARS protest. I don't know if y'all if this is, some sort of sick infatuation, or it's like, do y'all really got love in y'all heart for us? Because y'all claim y'all did all this George Floyd stuff, which we never asked for. But y'all said y'all went and protested, and where we at? Why do you think that we would protest after seeing this crazy ass shit on these tweets that I'm showing you? Why do you think that we would honestly go and say, okay, let's do it, after you just said these things that if you marry stupid Akata and what's all this other stuff right here, only an Akata think it's an accomplishment to graduate from high school. Okay, so why you want us to? Why we gotta do End SARS? Okay, let's keep going. I can't believe I just read a thread where Freeborn is arguing he shares the same legacy as a descendant of a slave. Africans, please do better. Again, why do you want us to protest your End SARS shit after disrespecting us like that? If the black Americans are the white people, the entire African diaspora, like y'all said, like this tweet right here, why do y'all want us to protest for y'all then? Make it make sense. Y'all take our culture. Y'all literally come over, want to talk like this, want to talk, use our our vernacular, want to dress like us, want to go to our same institutions, our schools, whether they HBCUs or PWIs that my ancestors literally built with their hands. What the hell is really about? Like to me, is mind-boggling, because all I'm thinking of is I don't have no issues in my heart towards any group of people in the diaspora. No Jamaican, Haitian, nobody. Like zero. All I think of, like, oh, let's get up together, let's hang out, let's learn from each other, let's have a good time, let's have some drinks or whatever, eat some good food, watch movies. I don't know. I don't care. But this is what, in my mind, is what I'm thinking about. If whoever is black is around, let's try to make it work. And let's, because a lot of us have that love in our heart. So to see this crazy ass shit, and I'm telling you, I have not shown y'all the real nails in the coffin, which I know I can make my people literally turn against y'all in one night if I wanted to. And you would never hear from them again with the shit that I got. I showed it one time on an underground scene. Black Americans, that was enough for them. But Nigerians was like, look, this ain't what it is. I don't know who wrote that crazy ass shit. I don't know what's going on. This is not what we do, and this is not how we are. This is embarrassing. So when I saw that, I said, okay, it's good to know that it's not like that. But again, for the last 3 years, all I've been seeing is the same bullshit. Again, you cannot find the equivalent tweets from black Americans. Y'all governments, here's the thing, y'all gotta focus on y'all own shit. Let me be clear here. And here's another reason why for one, all black Americans are aware of this, just so you know. We all know about this Akata stuff in these tweets. All of us. So that's the reason why we are not protesting End SARS, if you want to know. Do we have compassion? Do we think that what you're going through is just? Of course we have compassion. Of course, no, it's unsettling to see what's going on over there. For one thing, y'all just now saying something about Buhari when the nigga been in there for 40 years. Y'all know what was going on this whole time. And another thing, even if y'all not saying, y'all using the End SARS as a smokescreen for the government, but really y'all really just tired of both. So, but the police is an extension of that, what y'all going through. So obviously there's compassion there for that, because a lot of innocent people have not done anything to deserve their treatment, nor have they even said anything about black Americans. So it is the elites that's not even the elites, but it's the ones that's allowed to come over here, because they're vetting certain Africans to make sure that they have a European mindset. They don't want anyone radical coming over here. They don't want anyone that can think for themselves coming over here. So they make sure that y'all pretty much willing to throw you gotta be willing to throw your own under the bus, not just black Americans, but your own. You gotta have very low self-esteem. Like, it's all, I've been around y'all, I've seen it, and I was very disturbed by the level of low self-esteem. I was very disturbed by the level of jealousies of each other. Like, that shit is disturbing. It is. It is. And then y'all think that we can't pick up on it. Then y'all think we can't pick up on that shit that's going on in y'all country. Y'all want to come over here, act like y'all so much better, and look down when y'all, man, if I could really rag down on y'all if I wanted to. Because y'all have no idea how much I have researched pretty much a lot of these African countries, because I wanted to know which one got the best infrastructure so that we could go back home and we could go help build camaraderie and make amends and help the land, actually. Not just go over there to take, but to see how can you contribute. Because that's how the African American thinks. Now, in y'all homelands, y'all got a lot of shit going on. I seen that damn open sewage and stuff. And the systems of the toilets and all that stuff, and the water and the septic tanks and all. We know about all of that. Now, do we judge you? Are we judging Africans? No, because we understand there's some things going on, and there's some. It's systematically set up where if you try to develop Africa, the people who do try, they would get run off or they would get killed. So there's some very much crazy shit going on over there. Y'all want to call us the slaves. Y'all pretty much, it's a plantation over there too, whether you want to admit it or not. Y'all think we don't know about a lot of the infrastructure over there, and we do. And particularly in Nigeria, we know what the hell was going on over there. Y'all didn't get it popping like how we seen the universities, we seen a lot how this stuff is looking, and how it could be a lot more developed. Now, are we saying that you're not developed? No, we are not. We are saying that, unfortunately, due to a lot of corruption, there has not been investment into the people of Nigeria and building up their own people. So there's a lot of brain drain. That means that the best and the brightest, they leave, or the ones with the money, they leave, and they go to the Western nations and help build their nations up. And sometimes they go back and help. Sometimes they do have the mind to help. Sometimes they're so embarrassed and they so self-hating that they don't help at all. We know that as well. So how y'all gonna look down on us? Then y'all coming over here to the land that was built by the Black Americans. Y'all could say it wasn't built. When we came over here, it was wilderness. When Black Americans arrived in 1690, 1619, and then mind you, there was already Native Americans of African descent, the Melungeons, who were also over here in 1526 and before for the last couple of thousand years, actually, that had migrated. They were originally from Africa, but they had been here when Christopher Columbus arrived. So we have both of those, and they enslaved those people and mixed us all up. Simple as that. And so when we got here, there was just nothing here. It was just woods and sticks and gravel. And yes, my people was enslaved and forced to build all of these things up. So of course we were forced to, but we still built this shit up under force and derision, of course. So obviously, no one is saying that we have any ownership in this stuff. We're not delusional like that, but we know that our ancestors' blood is in the ground and that they've done a lot to build this country up. And another thing, Black Americans have most of the inventions that you guys are using over here. 3,500 patents to be exact. African Americans, your air conditioner, your refrigerator, your bed frame, your elevator, your pacemakers, your genetic medications. Those were all started by Black American people. It's descended of slavery. The clock was started by Benjamin Banneker. That is us, descended of slavery. Pretty much any of your common eight patents to the computer by Mark Dean. That's a Black American. Also, your touchscreen that was invented by a Black American woman named Sheila Washington. She invented call forwarding and the voicemail. That's a Black American's invention. Your filament in your light bulb. That is a Black American's invention by Lewis Lattimore. Your fucking sewing machine. That was the patent to that was owned by a Black American. Y'all got this whole thing fucked up. And I can name, again, there's 3,500. If I want to sit here and just rag on and just really talk my shit about my people and say, name all 3,500 inventions that we came up with that's on in the patent. You can look this shit up on the USPTO, which is United States Patent and Trademark Office, and see who owns this shit and go and look them up. And they are Black American descendant of slave. So y'all want to come at my people, try to act like we just ain't shit and doing. Of course you're gonna get propaganda on us. Of course they're gonna try to make it seem like we all criminals and all this stuff. Y'all fell for that? Okay, they showed y'all living in huts and showed y'all eating a bowl of porridge all day and not being able to build y'all shit up. Was that true? No. So why y'all gotta believe this shit about us? Because you want to. Again, I can go on and on about all this shit that we invented in this country. that we are still using worldwide, that gets imported, that gets mass produced or whatever, whatever. And this is the thanks we get. This is how, again, we already made our peace with how the Europeans treat us. We not sweating them because we not checking for them. It is what it is. That relationship has been severed. We don't expect no kumbaya. We kind of like, okay, we get the point now. It's been 500 years. I think we should both just go our separate ways to keep it moving. Daps to you. Okay, let's just see what we can do on our own for now. So we're not in that state of consciousness where it's like we're vying for like this position, or like, oh, we got to get this validation or approval, or we're not looking for that. So that's why you don't see a lot of us trying to be competitive with Africans, because we don't see y'all as competition. I'm not trying to be funny. It's just like we just passed all of that. We want peace. We want to live in peace as Africans, and we want Africans to live in peace. We want everybody safe and sound on this planet Earth. So we don't have time to be, oh, what they doing over there? They think they, ooh, okay. What, third grade African booty scratch? Okay, we was calling all each other that. So what the fuck is the big deal? But we don't have no equivalent tweets, no equivalent hashtags. And if you marry a stupid Akata, it is so long, that hashtag. Like, I just showed y'all a couple of tweets. That shit is like mad long. Like, it's like thousands of random ass Nigerians saying this craziness. We do not think about y'all. Y'all are like literally a non-factor in our lives. And we do wish y'all the best. And we can say that y'all have gifts, but we know our gifts too. And we not thinking like, oh, one is better than the other, or you have to have the confidence in yourself. And that's a problem. Y'all have this false confidence that's riddled in the massive oppression of the people that's going on in y'all country. So y'all want to come over here and act like we don't know that shit, because y'all know that a lot of Black Americans, we don't be checking what's going on over there. So y'all could really try to dig it up on some coming to America shit, and try to make it seem like y'all all princes or whatever. But for the intellects of our group, such as myself, we know the real deal, and we could see right through that false confidence. And your true confidence comes from not comparing yourself to other people. It doesn't come from feeling like deriving your self-worth based on what other people are doing. And y'all got to understand that. Y'all really, really got to understand that. And that go for my people too. Like your sense of self-worth and confidence, it comes from within, and understanding your inherent value as a human being. Feeling that you know that you are worthy. You know that you are valuable. And y'all say that y'all believe that, but y'all don't. Because y'all wouldn't be doing all this skin bleaching and all this craziness and Akata this, Akata. Well, random tweets. Those Black Americans are doing this. Well, okay. Y'all should be thinking about Afro beats and jollof rice and doing y'all thing. And while y'all eating y'all jollof rice and eating Afro and listening to Afro beats, y'all supposed to be partying and having a good time. Next thing you know, oh, those Black Americans, they think they ain't gonna ever be able to cook. They think they gonna compete with us. Oh, they think, just random out of nowhere. I've seen this with my own eyes, and I got evidence of it. These little tweets I'm showing y'all is nothing. I can literally show you where it'll just be a random tweet. I went to the mall today and I went to go get me a nice outfit. And those Akata women, they can never ever compare with our outfit. What? That's random as fuck. Like, that's weird. That's weirdo shit to us now. Because there's so much evidence of it, and that it's been collected and documented. Not just me, but we all been kind of like, we gotta collect this shit, because all these niggas gonna do is lie and say they ain't doing it. Because that's how Black people do. When we call y'all on shit, y'all like to lie and say y'all never said the shit. So here we go. Explain this. That's how we do. Explain why you spent all this time coming up with these weird ass hashtags. Explain it. So this is what this is all about. Y'all think we don't know what the hell this is about? This is about jealousy. That's envy and jealousy. Y'all covet the Black Americans' resilience. We've been taking an ass beating for 500 years, and we still ain't letting up. We got swag. We kind of arrogant, and we think we the shit. But we also think all of y'all is the shit. We think Africa is the shit. We don't. And then y'all, that love that we have in our heart, y'all don't understand how y'all that damn pro-Black and all that loving melanin and loving all that stuff. when y'all supposed to be the slaves. We was the freemen, but we got y'all got fucked up too in y'all countries. Y'all think we don't know about colonialization and them civil wars and shit, hacking off each other's breasts and hacking off all types of arms and legs and stuff? Y'all think we don't know about that? Come on, we knew about the Biafran civil war that y'all was doing over there in Nigeria. I've seen those pictures of nothing but black kids piled up in a ditch, life out of them. Why y'all do that? What the fuck? Now, was it all y'all? No, but why y'all not focused on that? Why y'all not tweeting about that? That's weird. That shit. I saw that before this End SARS stuff, and I threw up. I said, the level of self-hatred that you would have to have for yourself to do that to each other. Y'all always would say, well, black Americans, y'all do the gang banging. They show y'all that shit on purpose. Do you really think that all of us is doing that shit? It's about 5% that's doing this gang shit. But if you notice, you don't never see black Americans doing that treacherous, torturous, crazy shit to each other over here. I have seen videos of the SARS stuff or whoever these black men were. I don't even think they were. I just think it was random black Nigerians tying another black man up and putting him over a roasted fire. Like you know how you put a pig over a roasted fire? Had him over. This video got 6 million views. If I'm lying, go check it out right now. He on a roasted fire and they turning it, and they like literally torturing him, laughing and sticking his head with all types of stuff. You ain't never seen no black American do that. Why can't I just pull some shit up like that? Why can't I pull photos in your country with kids in ditches piled up on each other because of the Biafran Civil War stuff? Why can I find that kind of stuff? And y'all want to call yourself calling us out of our names? Are y'all crazy? Like all of this crazy, like the torture that bones is sticking out. Black people doing that to each other over there. That shit is crazy. And no, I don't agree with it. I find it horrific that black people would do that to each other over there in their own country. And their own, what the amount of self-hatred you would have to think it's okay to take another black person and put them on a fire roasted pit and turn them like they a damn rotisserie chicken. That to me is insane. I seen that. That is up right now in Nigeria. And y'all want to dog us out, then say come protest. That's crazy. I think that this should be a learning lesson to y'all to be more humble, for one, and to be more righteous in your heart. Like let go of that hate. Like let this hatred that y'all have for us. I swear, if y'all want me to go and get my documents and really rag on y'all and y'all say prove all this stuff, I can prove the craziest stuff that's way more crazier than this. This I showed was lightweight. This ain't nothing. So what I'm saying is, please look within and start self-reflecting. Like the black American, we've had to self-reflect. We've known that we did a lot of foolish mistakes. We did a lot of foolish things in our time in America. Thinking that we can get a piece of this pie and thinking that not validating ourselves and looking for validation and approval and acceptance from the dominant society. We did a lot of foolish things. And we're learning from that. That's why we getting rid of all the sellouts. We don't want no self-haters among us. We don't want none of that. Because we know we got to figure it out. We know the time is coming where the tribe of Judah has to arise, and there is no other group of people that's going to validate us. When that stuff started happening with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery, we did not ask the whole world to stop like that and to come out. We didn't. If you notice, we never asked anyone to go protest for us. We didn't ask France to do that. We didn't ask Australia, UK, all those protests that was going on. Black Americans never asked anyone to do that for us. We did that on our own because we knew, for one, it's time. It's 2020, and we knew that it was just ridiculous. It was egregious. So we showed this raw emotion. But we never asked no one to do shit. All them white people that came out in Oregon and Portland and Cali and all that stuff, and in New York City, all them white people that was out doing the Black Lives Matter stuff, that honestly we felt that it was kind of like, where did y'all come from and why y'all here? We was not happy that happened. We was kind of like, we need to focus on ourselves, because again, when we do a lot of, which you have to understand politics, you have to start following these movements from history. Anytime we have wanted to do any sort of self-determination, here they come with this basically a sabotaging thing, where they sabotage every movement, neutralize every movement, and infiltrate it. And then it's pretty much, if you notice, there's no Black Americans that even follow Black Lives Matter. Like, no one takes Black Lives Matter serious because of the End j.N.S took it. We're talking about as an organization, not as an idea, as a concept, but as an organization. None of us are taking that shit serious, and we actually are dealing with a lot of stuff because our group is getting more radicalized. Y'all are not. So y'all getting kind of scared, like, y'all gonna ruin our little biscuits. Y'all gonna ruin the little job. Come on now. Because now they're restricting visas and all that stuff. They were gonna restrict visas anyways. When I say that to say that as a people, this just gotta stop. I mean, it's ridiculous. You dogged us for all these years. You said don't do this, don't, y'all cottas, y'all lazy, y'all don't clean, and da 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 da. You voluntarily came over to this country to use most of our resources, our benefits, not use, but benefit off of the resources that our ancestors have created for the entire system that is America. That can be literally proven with the 1960s Civil Rights Bill, and that can be proven with the actual quota immigration stats of what actually transpired after the 1960s, after Africa was allowed to come over here, Africans rather. So this is just disturbing, to say the least. Now, to me, I find the concept of like all of this begging Africans don't care about us, African Americans, Black Americans don't say nothing about our protests. I find that weird because, again, y'all should really be focusing on y'all own government and ending the situation that's going on there. So like, we should not even be in the equation. For one, you know, it's only 40 million of us, right? Do you know it's 200 million Nigerians? So why are y'all focused on a group of fucking Americans that are oppressed in America? Black Americans, we only are 45 million strong, 40 to 45 million strong. It's 200 million of y'all, though. Mind you, it's 1.3 billion in Africa. There's 54 countries in Africa. Why y'all not ragging on the other 54 countries and the other 53 countries in Africa? The Cote d'Ivoire, the Senegal, Mauritius, Mauritania, Togo, Benin, Chad, Cameroon, Tanzania, South Africa. Why y'all not going after them? Burundi. What the hell? Ghana. Rwanda. Why y'all not Kenya? Why y'all not calling on them? Why y'all not calling them out? Kenyans out. Why y'all focused on the Black Americans? Because we got the most clout. Now I see what y'all doing, because y'all hoping that we ride for y'all can ride our coattail off of our clout. And I'm sorry, but no. And we would have had y'all not spent all them years fucking disrespecting us. I showed y'all them tweets, and this is a fact. We would have definitely rolled out, because we riders and we love our people. But y'all sitting up there doing all this disrespectful ass shit. Y'all disrespectful as hell, and I've been around y'all in person. So sorry to say, but I try to get my people. I say, what we gonna do about End SARS? They said nothing. I said, well, it's not right that it's going on like that. You know, we gotta say something. No, we don't. And they show me them crazy ass texts and them tweets and all this stuff. I said, oh, I remember that. I forgot about it. I honestly just stopped thinking about it. And then when I saw that shit again, it made me upset. I'm like, yo, y'all right. I'm not gonna I'm gonna say that I don't like what's going on in Nigeria with End SARS, and I don't want Nigerian people to experience those kind of traumas and those type of treatment. I'm gonna say that, and many of my people do think that, but they not about to go out on a whim and go all crazy protesting for y'all after y'all to pull this Akata shit, and after all these crazy ass tweets and hashtags that y'all started. No, absolutely not. And if you say I could show you your celebrities, the Lovey girl. I could show you all like random ass people. The girl that created Lovecraft, her calling them Akatas and random, like not even having any viable reason. Like it's just weird. It's weird as hell. And I'm gonna tell you. You said a lot of y'all say, well, what we jealous of? I'm gonna tell you what. For 500 years. Now here how it go. Y'all know good and hell well that y'all sold us out 500 years ago for the most part. So a lot of them slaves came from Nigeria. Of close to 60 to 80%. So a lot of the black Americans that you see walking around here now are a direct descendant of that landmass as far as the same haplogroup. A lot of y'all know that subconsciously. You may not consciously know it, but you know it. Same with Ghana. So Ghana, mind you, it wasn't any borders back then. So Ghana and Nigerians, they share that same haplogroup. Same with the Senegalese. It's an EM2. I think Senegalese is a bit different, and the Fulani is a bit different. But for the most part, like the Yoruba, the Igbo, and all that, and what's the Ghanaians over there, they pretty much have the same like EM2 haplogroup. Just happens to match the African Americans that's over here. So pretty much y'all know what y'all was doing. Yeah, not y'all, but the ancestors. The ancestors was overthrew the Queen Mothership and wanted to get into slave deals with the trade deals with Portuguese and the European, the Dutch and the British and all that stuff. So they figured, for rum and muskets and all these other things, we'll give you our rivals. We'll tell you how to infiltrate, teach you how to infiltrate our rivals. Same thing happened in Congo too. So y'all was selling your own people for resources and materialism, and y'all did 3% was actually of the royal class. No lie, that's a fact. 3% were actual rival kings and queens, and a lot of commoners and soldiers. You had to get rid of the soldiers first because they were the protectors. So you had to, literally, that's what was going on there. And a lot of this was orchestrated by black men, and unfortunately, it was. That's just the truth. And I know that gets a lot of people upset. So, y'all thought, y'all going with these weird ass foreigners, and y'all going to be wiped out. Y'all, 500 years ago, when this stuff was going on, those ancestors thought for sure that we would eventually go extinct. The tribe of Judah, because they did pick certain tribes to go, and it wasn't just so much about weakness or intellect or anything, because they were pretty much brilliant. I told you about Benjamin Banneker, who created the first almanac. Was a black American, but he was born of a slave, and I could show there's so many brilliant African Americans. That's not even up for debate. Like, that's just stupidity. So I didn't sell the quote unquote weaklings like I thought. A lot of this was of royal bloodline. A lot of this was of rival tribes and just general fuckery, jealousy, rifts, annoyances, vie for power, greed, and materialism. That's pretty much all it was. But y'all also thought we get rid of the tribe of Judah, which I could prove this with maps. I already actually saw the maps of what was going on back then, because they're in museums. And y'all just knew that we was about to be gone forever. Like literally, those ancestors thought for a fact that we would be wiped out eventually. At least 1 or 2 generations. It ceased to exist, that bloodline, those bloodlines. So this is what happened, as we know. Come 500 goddamn years later, these niggas still around. Y'all descendants of those ancestors, and y'all, the ancestors is in us. They in our cell memory DNA consciousness. So y'all could feel them inside of y'all, and that rage come out, because it's like, y'all still fucking here. Not only that, it's like, we popping. We have 3,500 inventions. We have the best athletes. We have the best musicians. We created most of the dances. We created the genres of music: R&B, jazz, hip hop, rap, country, rock and roll, neo soul. Black Americans created that. Most of the hot dances, Black Americans created that. Everybody copies off of our music. Everybody wants to dress like us and talk like us. That shit got y'all hot. And it's not you. It's not your consciousness. It's your ancestors within that consciousness. It's the cell memory consciousness of the ancestors that jump out. Just like ours jump out. Ours jump out, and just like it's just how it is. It's subconscious. So that hatred and all that going on Twitter, and these Akatas, and they don't marry a stupid Akata. Black Americans, they don't do this. They lazy. Oh, that rage, that out of nowhere. That's coming out of, that's what I mean by that jealousy. Y'all thought for a fact, y'all pissed that we these descendants of slaves, and we still popping, and we still here after 500 years of all the shit that we took, all them lynchings and all that getting burnt alive and all that craziness. We still here, and we still popping, and we still love ourselves, and we about to pop even more because it's 2020, and God has told us that it's time. So y'all don't know what to do because y'all suffered a fate after y'all called yourself selling us out. Y'all didn't pop after that. All of Africa got colonized and all their resources stolen and plummeted. Y'all didn't pop after that. Y'all was supposed to beat us Wakanda because that was a karmic lesson. That was a karmic lesson to learn. You don't sell each other out. Y'all still want to do that shit. Y'all still got that spirit in y'all. And that's what God is trying to get us to get out of that shit. All of this self-hatred. Ugh, it's disgusting to me. I have literally thrown up behind the self-hatred that I see in black people. And to be honest, it has not been in my own people as I thought it would. It is. They self-hating asses too. But I have been shocked to see the amount of self-hatred in Africans because I thought that they would have more confidence, but they don't. And that's shocking to me. Because we've been under nothing but white people. Black Americans we're a minority. We are what? They claim 13% of the population. I personally don't believe that, but that's not here for debate. So 80% of what's around us is white. So y'all would think our confidence, which we do have confidence issues. But when I'm around y'all, I'll be looking like, what the hell? I'll be lifting y'all up. And I got the text messages to prove it. I be telling y'all, y'all be walking around with your heads down wearing these 26-inch weaves and a bunch of freaking skin bleaching and all this weird stuff on. We be looking like, what the hell? And have to tell y'all that y'all beautiful and all this stuff, and that the African is so brilliant and all that. That be African Americans talking like that. My people saying that to y'all. And you would think it's the other way around, but no, because the only thing you think of doing is going on Twitter and making them crazy ass hashtags and talking about calling us out of our name for no fucking reason. As a grown adult, not as a kid, as a grown adult. So, I mean, it's quite disturbing. So that's where the hatred come from, because the audacity of a group of people that got sent to their death by our ancestors, them Bavioti niggas that call themselves, we gonna get rid of the tribe of Judah, we gonna get rid of King Alphonse, all these other niggas that we don't rock with, get rid of them, sell them. And y'all do that stuff now with each other. So y'all been doing that. That's just nothing. That's why in our eyes that's treachery and that's disgusting to the black American, because it's like that's just going too far. Yeah, you might hate on somebody a little bit in the African American culture or whatever, but you ain't seeing us taking old niggas and putting them on a roasted fire stick and chopping their legs off and their arms off and all that weirdo stuff. Like, that would never happen. But I can literally pull up pictures of that stuff going on in y'all country, straight up. And then y'all gonna come over here and look down? Y'all better tell y'all parents. I know y'all culture is based off of hierarchy where y'all not allowed to talk back to y'all elders and not allowed to say shit to y'all parents. But y'all better break that shit in this generation with that nonsense. Because you can't, here's the thing, you can't be blessed as a people when you play dirty or when you have that hatred in your heart. It's very hard to be to build and to realize your own potential and ingenuity as a people. So that's why it's in your best interest to value yourself, to truly value yourself, not looking at other groups of people and trying to pick on them and pick them apart. Value yourself, because you value yourself, your shit won't be looking like that. And that's the self-reflection phase that we are in as a people. That's the same thing with the black American. We're in a state of value yourself, and we're self-reflect on what do we do wrong and how can we avoid this situation from happening again. So here's the crux of what you need to know. If you want to mend this shit, we good with it. If you want bygones to be bygones and you want to stop making these crazy ass tweets and you show us show us your soul. We are genuine people. Black people are emotional. Black Americans, we are emotional people, and we value authenticity. If you haven't studied our culture, you need to. We value authenticity. That's why in hip hop, we judge everybody has a litmus test of hip hop. I'm not talking about that bullshit, on a radio, but historically, everything has been measured by the authenticity of our leaders, the authenticity of our writing, of our skill sets, of just who we are. It is a value. That's why we always say, keep it 100, keep it G, keep it real, keep it 100. I keeps it real. You always hear Black Americans saying that, I keep it real, because that's a part of the authenticity factor of it. Now this might be a ghetto way of saying it. I keep it G, but keep it authentic, keep it real. So that's what we think and value in our minds at all times when we walk in life. Now, do we keep it real all the time on some subconscious level? There's some, again, we all got our issues. The point is, if you really want our support, y'all gotta come correct. Y'all don't get to disrespect. That's some narcissistic shit. Y'all don't get to disrespect us and then say, come in SARS with us. The fuck? No. Y'all gotta, now the ball is in your court. What you gonna do? Are y'all gonna stop this nonsense and show genuine love? We have love in our heart. I have love in my heart. Are y'all gonna stop that bullshit? Because if y'all ready to make amends and put the shit to the side, for one, y'all know that we are a conquered people. And y'all can say, I am not a slave. Motherfucker. Nigeria and all these African countries get their resources plummeted, stolen from them literally by Western powers. Y'all think we don't know that? Y'all not benefiting off of your own resources? 2,000 years worth of resources left. Some of the resources that can never be found nowhere else on the planet Earth is in Africa, and y'all not benefiting off of that shit. There should be nobody in poverty in Africa. Got the greedy ass, corrupt ass. Let me just stop. But we all know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on, just like we do. So all this, I'm gonna look down. Y'all better find somebody else. Y'all better start looking down on the people that historically screwed you over. Your oppressor. That's where the energy need to go to. Not to no random ass black Americans in America. We just minding our business like the next nigga. So what the fuck y'all wanna fuck with us for? Why y'all wanna come at us for? And be jealous of us for? And then try to act like it's not jealous. That is textbook random ass tweets and random ass texts and hashtags and all this craziness. I've seen y'all in person do this shit. Literally in person. Like, it's weird. It doesn't make any sense. It's odd. It don't sit right with my stomach. It's laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm not mad. It's just weird. So y'all gotta stop this shit. Y'all young now, because I know y'all gonna be youth listening to this shit. I ain't got nothing but love in my heart for all black people. I love black people. I love melanin. Some of y'all do gotta go. Y'all do need it. I would never ever rock with no Baviotti. But the idea of us becoming one and being self-determined and finally having this self-confidence to do for self and believe in ourselves for once and by any means necessary. All these things, as far as like getting our economies going and all this stuff, we love that. I love that. So if y'all want to take it all personal, when y'all don't want me to bring out them real documents. I'm not trying to threaten y'all, hold nothing over y'all head. I'm just saying, like, this was nothing. This was lightweight stuff. Face the facts, face the music, just like how we got to. As black Americans, we had to face the music of what's really in this country. Face the facts. If you want an ally, if you want a brothership, a sisterhood, if you want a brotherhood, if you want real, again, y'all gotta be authentic, because we don't do no fake shit. Y'all not about to pick on us and call us cicadas and all this stuff and they say, come End SARS. Why y'all not protesting for us? The African Americans don't care about us. The black American, do y'all even care about yourself? Why y'all hacking each other up like that? What the fuck? That's just not how it works. Y'all black Africans gotta value each other. Y'all gotta value your own self. Y'all can't ask no random group that's oppressed as fuck to come and, what can we do? Y'all know a lot of us ain't even got no money like that, no passports. How we gonna get over there? We even got a lot of y'all tripping. Why would we go out protesting in America for some shit in Nigeria when y'all is killing each other up like that? Black folk. So this is why you don't see us out here in mass, mostly because y'all did that disrespect. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I sent text messages to Nigerians on my phone telling them the truth about, one of them was a real quick one. Another one, I broke it down about the spiritual gifts of Nigerians, about why Nigerians are under a spiritual warfare attack, and what can they do and what can they expect. Then I hear from the motherfuckers? No, because they feel that jealousy in their heart and they think I don't know it. I could feel jealousy, and I'm telling them, this is what you got to do. I want the best for you. I want the best for all of us. Why I can prove that I sent that shit to a Nigerian. I could prove it. And I said, I just want this all to end. Y'all don't deserve this. We gotta stick together. Did that motherfucker text me back? No. Because of that, I gotta feel better. I gotta feel superior. Motherfucker, y'all not superior to nobody. Damn sure not superior. And I don't get on no pissing contest. I just don't. Y'all need to compete with yourself. We all competing with ourselves to be better than our latest self, our latest version of ourselves. So I don't have no. I uplift my people before I tear them down or before I look down on them. That's the type of nigga I am, and that's the type of that's what Black Americans are going towards. Back in the past, we learned our lesson from being self-hating bitches. We learned our lesson from doing that shit. You don't get nowhere doing that stuff. We know that now. We are suffering because of all of this stuff. A lot of these issues we cause on ourselves. Did nobody tell you to hate yourself and start killing each other and hating on the next African group? That's crazy. So like I said, if you want our loyalty, because we value loyalty too. We do value loyalty. If you want a genuine friend, you're not gonna find it nowhere else but in a Black American. Of course other people too, but what I'm saying is you don't get no close to authentic and genuine than if you could see the African American soul for what it is, the Black American soul for what it is. The Black American just want the whole diaspora connected. That's why we started that Pan-Africanism shit. That failed. So that's our true nature. Don't hate on our nature. If y'all want to hash it out, all you gotta do is stop doing that shit. Tell y'all parents, don't be listening to that weird ass shit y'all parents be saying about, don't hang around them, they violent. When is we violent? I live in an area that's 80% black with one of the lowest fucking crime rates in the country. Is that on the news? Fuck no. Are y'all crazy? And they own their homes like this. I haven't seen a white person in months. It's nothing but black people where I stay at. It ain't no crime and ain't no riffraff and people killing each other and gangbanging. None of that craziness. That's propaganda. That's propaganda. So, yeah, I could say, oh, she being disrespectful. Y'all know good and well I'm not being disrespectful to nobody. I spoke the truth. I showed you the evidence. I got tons of more evidence that I don't want to bring out because I want this shit to end. Be a genuine nigga. Be a genuine soul. A genuine African, because I know y'all don't like the word nigga, whatever. Be a genuine soul on this earth. Be a righteous soul. Loving yourself, loving one another, and valuing yourself. And that goes for the Black Americans too. That goes for myself. And we will rise. As far as the End SARS situation, it is the beginning of something that I hope can turn in the favor of the youth and of the people of Nigeria. Don't want it to get co-opted or for some type of Western power to barge in and whatever. This could be a setup. This could be any. I'm watching it. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I obviously know there's some corruption. I obviously know that the people have been suffering and that they have not been invested in. So we know these things. So if you cannot put that ego aside to work with the African American, the Black American, you're not going to ever see us protest on your behalf. Even if we agree with what the fuck is going on. It's just more so like, we don't want to deal with that hatred and that fakeness. We don't do fake around here and disrespect in these streets. So, the ball is in your court. How will you approach us in the future? Are you going to continue to make those crazy ass hashtags? Because now my people is fed up. I'm not even as fed up as they are. I still try to show love to my people. Because that's how much love I have in my heart. I have a lot of love in my heart that could spread. Now, what colleague j.N.S has to say about the situation is hopefully this shit go in y'all favor and this shit stop and that y'all can take control back of y'all government and have a fair, just system. That's what I have to say. And I said what I said. And until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.